Hey folks, welcome back to another superhero review, or in this case video, continuing starting with my 90s era of superhero reviews, starting with some TV shows. I hope you enjoyed my TV show collection, part 30, yesterday of The Flash, 1990. Now today I'm going to review the TV pilot. Yes, I'm going to be reviewing the pilot today. We already talked about, I did forget to probably mention this though, about Flash. He's a DC character. Yes. Flash, of course, is, oh my gosh. The Flash is DC. It's the only shirt I have of him. Yeah. Now the pilot movie, I think is like 1 hour and 33 minutes. It's kind of like a movie. Yeah. This pilot was first aired on September 20th, 1990. Yeah, I'll just go ahead and get straight into it. This pretty much the synopsis plot for the TV pilot for The Flash is that the origin of a superhero, the origin of The Flash, an accident gives police crime lab expert Barry Allen awesome powers of speed, and he vows to use them to bring his brother's murderer to justice. But first, Allen must learn to control his sudden remarkable talents. Yeah, just a plot synopsis for you. Now, I'll do my best to talk about the episode itself. If I forget things, I'm sorry. But I just watched it, so I got a pretty good memory. Pilot's not like a 2-hour movie, so. But this pilot was pretty good. It's on Disc 1. Yeah. This one here. Yep. And I would definitely say it's one of the best episodes, but I figured give it a review because the pilot's a little long, so I figured just, like I did for the Incredible Hulk, give this a review. So anyway, starting with my review for the Flash 1990 TV pilot episode, that's what I'm going to call this review. Anyway, I like how the episode starts off with the Flash theme. I forgot to mention this theme by Danny Elfman and Shirley Walker is really good. I do like it, dun 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 dun, But it starts off, you see these kids, their parents don't really come inside because this biker gang called the Dark Riders, they kind of take control of the city. It's almost kind of like they own it. Or just, put fear into people. And they just go in their house, and then you see, of course, John Wesley shot for the first time with his family, Barry Allen, his brother. They were celebrating his brother Jay Allen, and him and his father Henry. I have a complicated relationship. His dad was a cop, and his brother's a cop. He's on the task force, But Barry is a forensic expert, and his father kind of mocks him for that, and he just feels like he's not really appreciated by his dad. Him and his father have a complicated relationship. He's in a relationship with a woman, of course, named Iris West, who's a love interest, but she's just in this pilot episode. They're trying to get evidence on these guys or whatever, on the Pike gang, trying to track them down. The police have been really busy trying to track these Dark Riders down, trying to stop them, of course. Jay tells Barry, don't worry about it, brother, and him and really have a good relationship, a good brother. She tells him, if I could house your brains, I would definitely do your chemistry work, I would be in the chemical lab as well. But Barry goes to work with his friend, is it Julio? Yeah, Julio. And they're working for the night. Julio's sleepy, so Barry tells him to go home. Barry's in the lab. It's raining and thunderstorming, and the lightning comes into the lab. It's got all these chemicals, and the lightning strikes it, and it hits Barry, and he's just passed out. Not dead, but you see lightning go through his body. That's how he gains his powers, though. His super speed. But, the doctor tells him that he needs to stay in the hospital. Barry says, I feel fine. His dad's like, yeah, you're tough enough. I remember a guy shot me and I just got out right out of the hospital, son. He's like, yeah, Dad's right. I'm fine. You see Barry just going back to work. His doctor wanted to call him. They send his results to Dr. Tina McGee at Star Labs, but there's rumors that they're doing research experiments and that a guy died there last year, so Barry doesn't want to become a guinea pig. So, he refuses to go in. But, Obviously, when he's trying to grab coffee by accident, really fast, he hits the coffee, he's like, whoa, how did that happen? It's just like that. He's at his apartment, he takes his dog for a walk in the morning. His dog, Earl, who basically knows about his powers, but Earl can't tell nobody since he's a dog. He takes Earl out for a walk, his kids are playing like baseball or whatever. Earl wants to chase the ball, and he's like, no, Earl, no, and then he runs, but he runs super speed, and he runs into the bushes, and his closing tail is like passed out almost, and he's like, oh, you want to go out? Earl would just, grabs his chain, puts it in the closet, in the hides in the closet, because, it's felt, he's like eating his food or whatever, his metabolism is very high, so running makes him very hungry, so he's got all this food around, and his dog Earl is even scared of him, because of his abilities, and you feel sorry for the dog, but the dog doesn't understand his abilities. And anyway, during the night, Barry gets Ira shows up wanting to talk about their relationship, because they need to take a break for a while, because what he's going through, I guess, realize for the best. But he gets a call from Tina McGee, and she tells him that she can help him. So, he says, I heard that a guy died. She's like, yeah, it was my husband. And she's like, well, I'll help you, Barry. And she went with this test on him that, what his body's going through. He even tries to go on a treadmill, uses super speed and breaks it. There's also a scene where he's going to go see Iris at the gallery, because she's an artist. Go to her gallery, but his car has a flat tire. So he runs for it. He runs 30 miles to a beach, just runs straight into the water, just passes out. He's like passing out on the beach, and calls Iris, but she's too upset to pick him up. But Tina puts him through these tests. But then you find out that the spiker is the guy named Nicholas Pike, who has his face is scored. But you find out that Pike was, Jay's partner about like 3 years ago, but he was hijacking drugs. Eventually Jay found out about it, arrested him, but he got injured, and in the explosion, or something like that, and but he escaped from the hospital. No one's seen him in 3 years. Eventually he joins this gang, the Dark Riders, he's the leader of now, and one of his gang members decides to betray him, take this money and just run from him. And so, this girl Lila, they trust Lila. She goes off and tells Pike about it, and Pike says, I don't have time for traitors, and gets him out of the guy that he has his gang, tie him up to the car, to the motorcycle, just straightforward like this, not to the way you can drive the entire time, and send him down this hole, and it kills the guy. The actor that died though in this episode, he was LaRue in Water Texas Ranger, But Pike plans to basically burn down the city out of revenge, and the cops like Jay or the task force are talking to the media, telling them that they're going to take these guys down. The Dark Riders come to the police station and start shooting at it, and Jay gets so mad, he's like, we're going to take these guys down. Barry even protects Julio from getting shot by using his super speed to protect him. But Pike sees this on TV, and Pike, of course, wants revenge for what Jay did to him, having him sit in jail, and blames him for what happened to his face. He's like, Jay Allen dies tonight, and breaks the TV. And Jay, with his task force, in a truck, in their motorcycles, they run into Lila, who pretends to be a lady in distress, saying that her car's out. Jay can be a little suspicious, but when he sees that she runs, he's like, run! And Jay gets attacked by Pike on the motorcycle, and Pike kills him. I forgot to mention, like I said, I'm sorry, I go over my reviews, but when Tina was testing his powers, she puts this red suit on him. It's like a diver suit, but it's before he puts it on his flash suit, and he runs around like maybe 347 miles per hour. It's kind of like a track. And he's like, she's like, how does it feel, Barry? He's like, you want to see? He runs to her, and he's like, I'm sorry. Just couldn't help him. Barry, almost wants to pass out a few moments with his abilities. Not just wanting to eat more food, but also, just almost wants to pass out from the running. But anyway, Barry uses the suit again to go find Jay, who, like I said, was attacked by Pike. Pike's like, "You remember me?" He's like, "Nick." And Pike, of course, murders him. Barry does show up, but he's too late. Runs there and is too late. And sees his brother dead. He's like, "No, no!" And just, John Wesley Shipp is acting. He's really good here. You really feel his pain about losing his brother. And of course, he wants to do something about it. He figures he can, he wanted, at first, he tells Tina he wants to get rid of this power, but he decides to use it to get revenge. Well, eventually later for justice if I can, but for now, for going after Pike, trying to find out about him. And this is the first time you see him in the Flash suit, because he tells her, "I need a suit with a mask, so nobody know my identity, gloves, so nobody can, for fingerprints." Well, he knows this because he's a forensics expert, Anyway, puts his Flash suit on. He goes up to these 6 bikers. The first one he takes out by, they got these chemicals on their bike, but he, looses the chain of it, knocks the guy out, and he gets a pipe, knocks out all these bikers. He feels like he's about to pass out, knocks one guy out. And this biker is running from him, but you can't run from the Flash, and every time he's ready to run to the biker, every time he goes over this. And then, the biker falls. He's like, "Where's Pike? Tell me where he's at." And then takes the helmet out. It's Lila. Lila stabs Barry. Tries to run, but the cops catch her and arrest her. Barry, is injured, can't be seen in his suit, or can get arrested, so he really quick sees these clothes laundry on the, he takes them, takes his shirt and stuff, He sees cops to give him a ride. They said it's about Jay. They said they saw like a demon or a red ghost or whatever, and they're laughing. And Barry talks to, his father at the funeral, telling him that he plans to go after Pike, that he's got evidence, and he's like, "Don't be a damn fool. All we got is you, Barry. We don't want to lose you too." Now, despite him and his father's complicated relationship, he does love his son, of course. But anyway, Barry talks to Lila. Is ever asked her, "Where's Pike? Where is he?" Is ever convinced her, but she won't talk. But he does get some kind of information, and he gets some evidence, and is able to learn where Pike's hideout is. And he goes there as a boss. These 2 bikers are arguing as Pike has his plan to burn down the suit. But he has these 2 bikers there. One, they're arguing about the music loud, and he's like, "Turn the music down for you. You let the whole world know we're in this hideout." And he turns it down, but Barry has as Flash turns it up high and knocks the guy down. "What the hell are you laughing at?" Knocks him down again, and Flash shows him when the guy, he gets scared. He's like, and he's like, "I know you were a child. Your childhood made you this way, but that's no excuse." And punches him out and searches more. Uses speed to search more in the cave in this hideout. Finds out what Pike's planning. Finds his brother's medal and looks at this map and see what his brother. See what Pike has him planned for the city. So he goes tells his chief about it, as Barry, of course, but and the police decide, they're gonna go go after him, of course, but Pike breaks into the prison. But Barry, he's trying to get a suit to help out, but he passes out, passes out, and Tina comes to check with him. But meanwhile, Pike and his biker crew, they break out his bikers out of prison. They break all the murderers and hitmen out of prison, and they got guns and weapons and stuff, and the cops are shooting at them. Pike's out this gun, he's at the cops, but the cops are shooting back, and then eventually Flash shows up. She doesn't want to go up, she's like, "Are you going to pass us?" Like, "I can't worry about that now." He's able to take her, remote whatever, so she can't start her car. And he runs, and, first thing he does, Flash grabs some weapons and stuff, takes some of the bad guys, and these 2 guys are shooting up on the roof, and Flash grabs the guns like, "Sorry, boys, the shooting gallery's over," And he has a thought, you can say some of the effects are dated, but again, it's 1990, and it's a TV show. you don't really have a big budget, you know. But, you know, I do love the music when he's fighting guys. He's like punching them, pow, pow, da, 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 da. He's punching them, knocks them out. And he puts this smoke grenade, he uses his ability real fast to, you know, run and use speed to put the smoke grenade in the building. And, of course, you know, Pike leaves a lot. He doesn't care about her. He just gets a mask and leaves all criminals. He doesn't care about them. Pike just gets over himself. Escapes on the bike, but Flash is able to chase him down. You know, he sees Flash at first. He's like this. Pike's like, whoa, you know, trips over. He's like, and his face is bleeding up a bit, and he's like, who are you? He's like, you killed my brother. I killed many men's brothers. My brother. His name was, you know, Barry starts having to, Flash starts having to pass out, and Pike's like, you know, grabs a pipe, you know, this big old pipe, and starts, it's like, you can say Flash gets ass handed to him a little bit, as, you know, he's able to beat Flash up a bit, you know, but Flash is able to get back up eventually, you know, pick himself up, come back to himself, and he gets at Pike, he runs, and he's like, Pike, remember me? And Pike tries to, you know, maybe go for him, but Flash is able to use super speed, pow, 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 really fast, just run around him and punch him. And Pike tries to grab a knife. He gets his knife out, tries to, you know, stab Flash, but Flash grabs it out of his hand real fast. And that's why again he uses like a whirlwind and almost chokes him to death, and he ends up, you know, Pike ends up on these wires, electric wires, and gets electrocuted. And Barry uses power fast to tie him up. Cops are coming. Doesn't murder him, but, you know, just runs away, goes back to Tina, saying he's sorry he did that. She's like, I know you're not going to stop, are you? And that his goal from now on is to be the Flash, and that he has to gift his ass and use it, you know, to fight crime, fight for justice and good, as you can say. But, you know, Tina's like, okay, you know, we'll help each other out, you know. And at the end of the episode, you have Julio eating food with Barry's parents and his girlfriend Iris. Yeah, I forgot to mention him and Iris sleep together. I don't really see any chemistry between him and Iris here, like you do in the 2014 show. Here, I would say Tina D is his friend, but she's more of a love interest. Because him and Iris in here don't really have any chemistry, in my opinion. The chemistry, doesn't really click there for me. I mean, she's gorgeous, don't get me wrong. Probably still with you. But anyway, her and Barry do sleep together. He rushes it. He comes back in a couple of seconds. Yeah. But even though he got stabbed in the leg, it gets better. You know, his metabolism goes up really quick because of his abilities. Anyway, at the end, like with the family eating, Barry tells his nephew, which was Jay's son, about his father, a little story about him. He's like, look, though, pal, I know you don't have your dad anymore, but you have me. This moment I was going to cry because it was a very sad moment. You do feel bad for the kid. I know it's a show, but, you know, you're supposed to have likable characters. And, you know, but anyway, Barry tells him, you know, yeah, look, I'll always be here whenever you need me. I'll be there. I may not run as fast as your dad, like in the track, but I'll be here for you in a flash. And, you know, gives him a hug. They both cry and just share a hug. Then it ends there, the episode. You know. But really good, I can't know more to say about it, but it was a really good pilot episode. Yeah. Yeah, the pilot episode of The Flash was really good in my opinion. I mean, yeah. And of course they continue protecting Central City, which is Flash's city, by the way, Central City. Yeah. Yeah. But The Flash, the TV pilot was great in my opinion. There's some issues like some dated effects. Iris, her acting was decent. I mean, she looked great, but her acting wasn't the greatest. I didn't really feel any chemistry between her and Barry. But I do like the origin story of seeing Barry Allen, just a normal guy, just a forensic expert, but gets shot by electrocuted by lightning, struck by lightning, becomes a superhero of The Flash, and him using his powers. Oh, there's also part in the episode in the pilot where, you know, Iris is showing up and he's tidying you up. He's trying to clean up last, but he makes more of a bit of a mess. He's like, forgets about it. But he opens the door and his shoes are on fire. And you can see like skid marks from his feet on the ground, on the floor. But that was funny. It had some funny moments in here. But I like the origin story. I like the villain Pike. I thought, Pike was a good villain. I like how he worked with the brother. And I think, even though Barry wants to get rid of the power, I think, his brother getting murdered and stopping Pike, I think that motivates him to be the hero he wants to be and to use his gift, to use his ability to fight crime and, want to save people. So you gotta give your hero a reason to want to be a hero. Why they do it. Why they fight for justice. And stop criminals. And of course throughout the series though, he would go up against more criminals. I know some episodes got mixed reviews. So I know the next one, I'm going to start watching it with Out of Control. Yeah. And I've only got 21 here to talk about. Yeah, so I'll probably be watching this episode through the week. Hopefully I'll watch a couple on Monday since I'm not working. Yeah. So the rest of it will be, I'll be watching 21 episodes. No, 22, just 21. From Out of Control to The Trial of the Trickster. So, yeah, and of course there are villains in here that he goes up against. Yeah. But I definitely look forward to watching those series. It's a fun series to watch. It's not perfect, but it's fun. It's good. And again, I do like the Flash's suit. I do think it's cool. Some people, it does look its best in the pilot though. The suit does look cool. And again, it was the 90s. Yeah. And it's a TV show, so some of the effects don't look the best, but again, it was 1990. I'll cut some slack for that, but this pilot was still great. Despite some issues I had, though, it was really fun to watch. I like seeing Barry, kind of go out of control with his powers. That was cool, seeing him run to the beach. But it was cool moments, him using his super speed and stuff. Some of the effects are a little bigger, but when he's running, some of it does look good. But again, it was 1990, folks, so, and it's a TV show. You don't really have a big budget like Superman the movie or Batman 89 had more budget, had probably more of a bigger budget than this. But not for a TV series, because a TV series, for them to make episodes, it costs money. So, but anyway, they did good with this, and definitely this show is definitely underrated. I still say, the Flash 2014 show has CGI in it, and some of that CGI is terrible. Yeah, I remember there was one character that turned into a monster, and it was just horrible CGI. Like it was like a Hulk version. One character turned into the Hulk almost. It was like Hulk, but with more combat. It was just ridiculous. But again, this show is still more watchable than the later seasons of the Flash 2014 series. I'm talking about season 4, 5, 6, and beyond that. That show for me only had 3 good seasons. But that's just my opinion. But anyway, we're not on the 2014 show yet. We're on the 1990 TV series. So anyway, but the TV pilot, my review for this. Hope you enjoyed my review for the TV pilot for the Flash 1990. So guys, tell me if you've seen this pilot. What did you think of it in your opinion? I thought John Wesley Shipp and Tina and Amanda Page did really good here. I know there's some chemistry spot between them. You can say they're good friends, but I do see a spark there between them. Yeah. But again, John Wesley Shipp, great job. I think he pulls off a great performance in here like he does in the other episodes, but especially in here. But anyway, really good episode in my opinion. Pilot episode good. So next will be my thoughts for the episodes of the Flash 1990 TV series, not the pilot, just the rest of the episodes. But anyway, guys, y'all be seeing that probably maybe next weekend. So guys, anyway, have a good Memorial Day weekend. I just want to say also, if you're watching, I know it's on Memorial Day late, but for those that served in the military, thank you for your service. Because of you, this is the land of the free. And thank you. I just wanted to mention that. It's on Memorial Day, I just wanted to mention that. So, anyway guys, see you later. Stay tuned for next weekend's videos. And keep on like, comment, and subscribe. Share this video with your friends, family, whoever you want to share it with. I appreciate it. Share them in your Facebook story. I appreciate it. I always appreciate people sharing my videos. That's cool. Thank you. But thanks for watching, guys. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you next weekend. And my thoughts on favorite episodes of The Flash 1990 TV series. That'll be next. Tell them about the rest of the episodes. So anyway, thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you later. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye. Bye. Have a good day. Bye. And be safe. Bye.